Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and I wish everybody a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. And hope you guys got everything you wanted. Hope you guys spend good time with your family. And I was not gonna post till way later until I got a little bit of an sort of extra Christmas present this morning. As I checked my phone, and there was an alert that said James Harden is seriously considering a Rockets reunion. I mean, I was not expecting this at all. You know, I know everybody's kind of been talking about the last couple of years that James Harden would maybe return, but now it's like actually official, like that he's actually considering returning. I was just in shock when, checked my phone after everything Christmas this morning, and seeing that I was in shock, and I knew it's nothing official yet. He's not back yet, and it wouldn't happen till the end of next season when the Rockets in free agency. I think that like I said, or a couple of videos a couple weeks ago in a video with the Eric Gordon trade, I said that when you get rid of Eric Gordon, you get more cap space to sign a free agent, and possibly that free agent being James Harden. I think he would make this team so much better. I think there's a lot of things to think about when it comes to the starting lineup if James Harden's on the roster. So, Harden plays at the shooting guard, right? So, and he also can play at the point guard. I'm thinking that if James Harden would sign with the Rockets, I guess maybe Kevin Porter Jr. would come off the bench then. And then it would be Harden at the point guard, Jalen Green at the shooting guard, and Jabari at the small forward, Alperen Sengun at center. And then I don't know what you're doing about the draft this year, so maybe you draft someone off the bench, and then you got then after that you have KPJ off the bench, Tate off the bench, Tari Eason off the bench. That team would look scary. I think that James Harden would sign with the Rockets in this offseason, in this free agency. I think the Rockets are definitely a playoff team in the Western Conference. I know James Harden, he's struggled a little bit since he left Houston, but honestly, I honestly think if James Harden comes back to Houston, and this is one of the reasons why I think he wants to come back, is because I think he will get back to the James Harden we saw a couple years ago if he comes back to Houston. I think that when a lot of people they always ask why is he playing the way he is, why. This is not regular James Harden, and I think he would. I'm not gonna say he's coming back to the same player he was before he left here. A couple years before that, a couple years ago. But I think that if he were to come back to Houston, I think he would get back to that MVP elite type player, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why he wants to come back. And I think he also probably sees all the success this team is having as such a young team, and he's starting to see the development of the team he gave up on. And I think if he doesn't win a championship with Philly this year, I really do think he will sign here. I really do, because I think ultimately what he always wanted to do was win a championship in Houston, and he couldn't do it. He knew he couldn't do it. Our team, we just physically couldn't do it a couple years ago, and that's why he wanted out. And then he teamed up with one of the biggest teammates we've ever seen, with James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant, and that wasn't even not good enough to get you to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now he teams up with Embiid and good players like Tyrese Maxey, who's on ESPN right now, and Tobias Harris, and a great team around that. And they get him a bunch of players that he's comfortable with, like Daniel House Jr. and PJ Tucker and Montrezl Harrell, all players that he's played with in his career. And I'm not gonna say Philly's not working out because they're the 6 or 5 seed, whatever. I think they're the 5 seed, but I can't see them winning a championship. I don't know if they would even win a playoff series right now, because of the teams like Milwaukee and Boston and Cleveland and hell Brooklyn's looked really good too. So and the Knicks too. So I just think if he doesn't win a championship with Philly, which I'm about 90% sure I think he won't this year. I think that when he heads to free agency, I think the Rockets could be one of his top options. They can pay him a lot of money, and this is home for him. So we'll see if James Harden returns to Houston in the offseason. I think that's going to be really interesting for the Rockets. See if that's something they want to do. They got this young team. Why would they want to bring in this veteran superstar now? I think that that's something that the Rockets would have to figure out, because maybe Rafael Stone doesn't want it to happen, and I honestly think Tillman Fertitta, the Rockets owner, I think this is something that he would want to happen. I think this could be a really conflicted thing in the organization, but we'll see what happens with the Beard. I think he could return to Houston. I think it was just reported that he's really seriously considering a Rockets reunion. So you guys let me know what you guys think about this, and peace out. Go Rockets.